Hi everyone. So I wanted to make a video going over all of the math pages for you. And you can have the weekend to work on this if you need to. So just make sure it's turned into Seesaw by Monday morning before you take your assessment. And please make sure to come pick up your folders today and get your assessment so you're ready to go on Monday. Okay. So here is page 1. I printed it out so I could go over this with you. This is Seesaw page 1. I wrote page 1 right up here for you also so you know. Okay, so it says fill in the unit box and the blanks. Okay, all right. You don't have to worry about the unit box, it's totally fine. But let's worry about the blanks. Okay, so 4 plus something equals 12. What do you think that is? You can also 12 minus 4 to figure out what this is. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so 0, let's see, I think it's 8. So we have 8. 4 plus 8 equals 12. So once you figure out that first one, the other one should be a piece of cake because look, there's the 4, there's the 12, there's the 4, there's the 12. Okay, and you are just counting zeros. So I see 1 0 and 1 0. So I'm going to put 1 0. Okay, and then you're going to bring down the 8. I see 2 zeros and 2 zeros, so it's 2 zeros. And then you're going to bring down that 8 again. Okay, so these are related addition facts. Okay, so let's look at the next one. This is related subtraction. So 16 minus 9. Once you figure out this first one, these ones should be pretty easy to do. Okay, so 16 minus 9, let's see, that would be 7. And if you need to write it like this, you can, and that goes for all of them. 26 minus 9 and 76 minus 9. If you need to do that for all of them, you can, because sometimes it's easier to do it vertically. And remember, I told you I wanted you to make sure you did all of your work on notebook page and then add a photo of your notebook page to this assignment on Seesaw right next to it. Okay, so let's see, 16 minus 9. Oh, I already said it was 7. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do the next one. So I know that's going to be 7. Okay. So I just have to make sure I borrow. Okay. Right. And I know that's going to be 7. And then bring it down, and that is 17. And then you're going to do the same thing. I know that's going to be 7. Okay. And that this is going to be a 6, and this is going to be a 16, which we already know 16 minus 9 is 7, and then bring that down and then write those there. Okay, all right. Sometimes it does help to write it out like that. All right. The next one are our frames in arrows. Okay, so it tells us the rule right here, which is plus 10. Unfortunately, it's starting right in the middle. Okay, so you can do plus 10 to figure out these ones, right? So plus 10 would be 42, and then you can figure out the other one. But if I'm going backwards, I'm going to have to subtract 10 just so I can figure out what this one was. That was 22. So if I added 10 to that, I'm still going to get 32. But if you're going backwards, you have to do the opposite. So if I'm going to go backwards, do the opposite. Okay? Now this one, you have to figure out the rule down here. Okay, so you have to look at what you have here. You can look at all 3 of these. Okay, so 1 to 2. I could add 1, or I can do times 2. Let's see if that works here. If I did add 1, does that work here? No, I have a 4. Let's see if times 2 works here. 2 times 2. Oh, yep, that works. So I must know that my rule is 2 times 2, not plus 1, because that did not work over here. So if there's 3 here, it's always good to make sure it works. You have to make sure the rule works for all of them. So now you do this one. Okay, make sure that one works. All right, this one is Seesaw page number 2. Okay, so the second Seesaw page looks like this. Okay, so it says for each number story, remember I said to read all the directions, write a number model with a question mark. Okay, then solve the number story. You may draw diagrams. These are the diagrams, okay, below, or draw pictures to help you. Okay, so it says Madison ran for a total of 48 minutes on Monday and Tuesday. So this is her total. That's her total amount of minutes that she ran. She ran for 30 minutes on Monday. How many minutes did she run on Tuesday? I don't know. So I like this model right here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that. Here's my change. Here's my end. Here's my start. Okay, I'll show you how to do that with this one too. Okay, so I am going to start with 30 minutes on the Monday. Okay, I have to end at 48. This is my answer. What is my change? I don't know. So 30 plus something is the 48, right? Okay, that's one way you can do that. So this is what this number story would look like if I use this model, okay? Or I can do it a different way, okay? I could also do, I'm just gonna do it this way. So if I had 48 minutes total minus the 30 minutes she already ran, how many minutes is that going to give me? Okay, so I want you to figure that out, and our unit is minutes. Okay, so you write the answer right there. All right, and how do you know it makes sense? So think about how you know it makes sense. Okay, I am subtracting. So maybe you know that it makes sense because you have to subtract. Okay, one Mississippi alligator clutch, and remember a clutch back a couple units ago, that means like a nest, has 41 eggs. Another Mississippi alligator clutch has 29 eggs. How many more eggs are in the first clutch? Okay, that's a good question. So what I like to do the start to end and the change. Okay, so if it's how many more, that means I'm going to subtract. Okay, that totally means I'm going to subtract. Okay, so I'm going to start with my 41 eggs to start with. Okay, and then I'm going to do my minus the 29 eggs. And then how many am I going to end with? So that's where you are going to subtract and find your answer. And then how do you know it makes sense? Well, we had to subtract because it says how many more. Okay, and here instead of minutes, we have eggs. Okay, all right. So that was page 2. Now I'm going to go on to page number 3. All right, this is your third page on Seesaw. It's the one with the crayon boxes, okay? So it says Camden needs the number story, read the number story below. Then he drew a picture and wrote 2 number models to keep track of his thinking. So here it is. Mrs. Wilson has 2 packs of crayons. Here they are. 2 packs with 6 crayons in each pack. Let's make sure he put 6 in each pack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, he did that right. She gives away 5 of the crayons to her students. So she crossed out these crayons because those are the ones she gave away. So how many crayons does she still have? The first thing he did is he figured out how many crayons she has total. This is the total amount, total of crayons. Okay, this is step number 2 he did. He did the 12, because that's how many crayons he had, minus the 5 crayons that she gave away. These are the ones she gave away. Okay, and then he says that there are 7 left. Well, let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 7 left. Okay, does Camden's number model and picture make sense? Did he do it right? You can say yes, and then tell me how you know. Okay, did he draw the correct amount of crayons? Did he draw the X's, giving them away? And did he do these 2 problems right, the 2 steps? If he did, then explain your answer. He drew the pictures. Okay, tell me how. He found the total first. That's this one right here. And then he subtracted. And what did he subtract? And how many pencils were left? Okay. There are 6 hot dog buns in a pack. How many hot dog buns are in 6 packs? You may draw a picture to help you solve. Circle the number model that fits the story. So we need to figure out which one's right. Is it 6 plus 6 or 6 times 6? So if I have 6 hot dog buns in a pack and I have 6 packs, I need to draw my 6 packs. Okay, and then I'm going to draw my 6 hot dog buns. Okay, I'm just going to draw lines. Whoop, whoop. Too many. Sorry about that. All right, so now which one am I going to do? Is it 6 plus 6? Are there 12 hot dog buns here? Or is this 6 times 6? Okay, and I want you to figure out this is hot dog buns. Okay, what is my answer if I chose, if it is 6 plus 6 or if it's 6 times 6? Okay, and then explain how you got it. How do you know it was this one or this one? Okay. All right, let's look at the next one, which is page number 4 on Seesaw. So it has these dots, okay? All right, so you have 3 rows of chairs with 6 chairs in each row. How many chairs do you have in all? Draw an array, okay? So it's just kind of like your ice cream shop one that we did together. Okay, so I'm gonna start over here. If I have 3 rows with 6 chairs. So here's 1, 2, 3. Those are my rows, and I have to do 6 chairs in each one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then fill it in. Make sure you have 6 in each row. Okay, and then you can box it if you choose to. You don't have to. Okay? All right, circle the number model that fits. Is this a model of 3 times 6 or 3 plus 6? If you think it's 3 plus 6, that equals 9. Are there 9 dots here or are there more? Count how many dots there are and then circle the one you think it is. Okay, and then write your answer here and chairs, because this is chairs. Okay, share 15 marbles equally among 3 friends. Draw a picture how you shared your marbles. Okay, so you can draw your 3 friends. Okay, so here's friend number 1, here's friend number 2, here's friend number 3, and you pass out 15 marbles. 1, 2, 3. Remember, they have to be equal. Here's the word equal. That means the same amount. Same. So they each have 3, 4, 5, 6. They each have 2 now. Okay, almost there. Okay, how many marbles are they each going to get? So our unit is marbles. That is the thing we're talking about. Okay, are there any left over? Do I have any over here? Then you tell me. Okay, all right. Page number 5 is right here. Okay, Hudson says that knowing 4 plus 6 equals 10 helps him solve this problem on his calculator. You're going to enter 334 and change it to 370. How? How did he do that? Okay, so you're going to explain what he did. Okay, so all you need to do is figure out what is the change. What did I add to 334 to make it 370? So it's 334 plus something equals 370. Another way to figure that out is like this. Okay, then you write your answer right there. Okay, and then explain how you did that. Read the number story and circle the pair of number models that fit the story. Then solve. So here they are down here. Mr. Hernandez equally shared 24 crayons among 4 groups. Sal's group found 6 more. So he found 6 more. So I know that's going to be an addition because I'm getting more crayons. How many crayons does Sal's group have now? So this is 2 steps. Okay. So my first one is I'm going to share the crayons to 4 groups. Okay. So if I have 24 crayons, I have 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are my 4 groups. I need to share the crayons. So I have to draw the crayons until I have 24 passed out. Might take me a minute. Here's 20, and here's 24 crayons passed out. So I shared them equally, okay? Now I'm going to give them, so if I were to do this, this is 24 crayons divided into 4 groups. How many crayons did they each get? Okay. And then if I'm going to get more, I have 6 more. That's a plus 6. So which one of these problems fits what I just did? So I have 24 divided into the 4 groups. That equals something. Then I'm going to plus 6 more right there. I added 6 more. So which one shows that? Okay. And then how many crayons does he have now? So you will take this answer and this answer and the 6 and add them together and find out. Okay, the last one. I did this one in class earlier today because I was part of this group. Okay, so we'll do this. I'll explain it. So you have 16 chairs, then you want to arrange in an array. Okay, show 3 different ways. We did this with our ice cream shop a lot. How to do this on the dot grid. Write a number model for each array. So you have to think of all the different ways that make 16. Okay, you could do 16 times 1. You could do 8 times 2. You could also do 2 times 8, and then 4 times 4. Okay, and then you're going to draw them over here. So this is 16 times 1. So I did 16, but only one row because there's only one row. And then I circled it. This one is 8 times 2. So I went down 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then over 2, 1, 2, filled it in, circled it. This one's 4 times 4. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I circled it. Okay, can you make a 16 chair array with 5 rows? Well, do you see a 5 up here? Is 5 a factor of 16? No, because it's not a factor. Okay, all right. Joey is making a frames and arrows problem. His first 2 frames show 4 and then 8. Write a rule that Joey might be using and then fill in the frames. Okay, so we did this together in class today also. So we have to look here. Okay, and they're the same numbers, but we have to think if there's a different rule we could use too. So this one we decided on 4 and 8 that he added 4. So you're going to add 4, add 4, add 4, and then add 4. Okay, now you're going to think of a different rule. Okay, how else can I go from 4 to 8? And we said times 2. So that's our new rule. So here you're going to do times 2, times 2, times 2, and times 2. And that's all. So I highly recommend that you make sure you pick up your folders today, okay, because your math test for Monday is in there. And I also recommend you go to today's slideshow and go to the math page. I made a slideshow on that, and you can watch that and go over some other example problems. Okay, I hope this helps. And you can work on this over the weekend, but please make sure this gets turned in by Monday. Thanks.